Yeah, I'll react to that, sure.
Weird?
Theredentive. So like DNT is like wouldn't, there'n't, would not. So the DN, no, the NT means not. The VE means have. Like would've, would have, wouldn't, would not. And then what's the other one? Oh, there'd. So like the D means wouldn't. Oh, no, sorry, it would be would. So it'd be there'd. So there'd be a lot of snow means there would be a lot of snow. There didn't. So this means there wouldn't have. There wouldn't have. There didn't have.
Yes, it's. If it's is just a contraction of it and is, then why doesn't that work? In fact, why didn't English just do a find and replace on all the it and is, then why doesn't that work? In fact, why didn't English just do a find and replace on all the contractions? I'm sure there hadn't have been any problems with that.
There didn't have. Just fast forward, okay? If you don't want to hear this this awesome stuff I'm saying. It seems like one of these isn't needed. There wouldn't have. There'd. There would. There'n't. There isn't. There wouldn't have.
Well, how do you understand where the problems with this? I was supposed to have a brilliant idea here, but it appears it'sn't. Okay, let's expand those back out. That took me about 17 takes to get right.
Guys, I am horrible with grammar. I have been my whole life. It's been my worst subject. But that like how to use, like, there are still like a lot of people who don't know like where, there, which. Wait, no, yeah, no, but where isn't one. But like, or like where to use the apostrophe. I never had that even when I was little, just because it's like it just means is. I'm like bragging about knowing something that like a 5th grader would know. So
why don't those contractions work? Let's talk about it's in that introductory line. It is just a pronoun doing its job, referring to something that's established earlier or obvious.
See, pronoun. I don't get this stuff. What is a pronoun? Sometimes I don't even know what a noun is. A noun means like, guys, fast forward. All right, no. Original link to the video, top of the description, okay? If you're pissed off at me right now, just watch the original video. That's fine, guys. Top of the description. But like pronoun, noun, I know what an adjective is. Do I know what an adjective is? An adjective? No, I know what a verb is. A verb is like to do something, but an adjective is something you add. It is a pronoun.
Is from context. But what's the pronoun doing its job, referring to something that's established earlier or obvious from context? But what's the z? You can't even really say it on its own. It's just kind of leaning on the it for substance, which is why the technical term for it is clitic, from the ancient Greek enklitikos, meaning to lean on.
Clitoris?
A clitic is a part of speech that can't exist just on its own. Now, we've talked about things like this before, prefixes, suffixes, and other affixes.
Go to hell. Go to hell. I don't know what that means. Prefixes, suffixes.
To words like able or un. But
oh,
a clitic isn't one of those, and we know that because it doesn't attach to individual words. It attaches to a phrase, a bigger part of speech. So using a prefix or affix, you can go from a dog to a proto-dog, or an anti-dog, or an astro-dog, or you can
I know what a prefix is now.
Say that something is dog-ish. Those all attach to the word dog.
That's a
if you add some
suffix.
detail, you say, my beautiful green astro dog, not my astro beautiful green dog. That doesn't work. For a clitic, it's different. My astro dog's been learning tricks. There's
My astro dog is green and beautiful.
a clitic just after dog. Let's add some more detail. My astro dog from Jupiter's been learning tricks. That movement of s within the sentence means it can't be an affix that behaves like it's the whole word, like it's has, not is, has. All that means that s has to be in its own category. It's a clitic. But that doesn't explain why it doesn't work sometimes. If it was always possible to contract is and has down like that, there might be an argument that it's just a pronunciation thing. There has to be some additional reason that means itsn't and yes, it's are ungrammatical. Now, if you want the full answer to that, you can read Anderson's Aspects of the Theory of Clitics, but a quick warning, it is 287 pages long, not including the references and indices. So to summarize as best as I can for English, there are two reasons. The first is what's called a syntactic gap, which means the presence of the clitic strongly implies that another word should follow. I think Anderson's best example is, who do you think you're? Who do you think you're what? Meeting, talking to? It feels like there should be another word in that syntactic gap. The clitic is stranded at the end. And flipping that around, if you say, who do you think you are meeting? The sentence feels not ungrammatical, but maybe a little awkward.
A little weird, yeah. Who are you meeting? Who are you meeting? Whoer isn't a word.
And robotic. And very much tied to that is the second reason, stress patterns. Part of the reason these forms can be reduced so much is because they're generally unstressed or weak. They're pronounced more quietly and less distinctly. You cannot stress a clitic, and it sounds weird when you try, so let's try. If a child's parent is pestering them because they haven't cleaned up, the kid can reply, I am going to do it. That's called
Well, you fed him poop.
rejoinder emphasis.
I need to
Pestering them because they haven't cleaned up, the kid can reply, I am going to do it. That's called rejoinder emphasis. But they can't say, I'm going to do it. It doesn't work. So if the verb would contextually be in its weak form, unstressed, and it also starts with or a vowel.
I disagree. Technically.
Parent is pestering them because they haven't cleaned up, the kid can reply, I am going to do it. That's called rejoinder emphasis.
But you can say, I'm going to do it. Or I'm going to do it. Or I'm gonna.
They can't say, I'm going to do it. It doesn't work. So if the verb would
You just change the stress.
actually be in its weak form, unstressed, and it also starts with or a vowel, it can get even more reduced to this clitic form. So we get wheel, they, you, I'm, and so on. Repeat enough times, they become grammaticalized, and they start to get written like that as well.
This is one of the things. Do the words that he was saying earlier, this is freaking me out there. So do the words that just like, oh, that doesn't sound right, even though it might be grammatically correct, does it not, or no, that doesn't sound right, and it's not grammatically correct. Does it not sound right because it's not grammatically correct, or does it not sound right because like we never use it?
Something like they'dn't have could work. After all, shouldn't have is grammatical in spoken English, as in, I shouldn't have done that. Actually, in my dialect, if I'm talking quickly, I pronounce that as either shouldn't or even just shouldn't, like shouldn't done that. Languages change and evolve over time.
Yeah, but shouldn't done that doesn't sound right or make sense either. Like, I'll know what you mean, but
Words become clitics, can stay that way for a while, and then eventually they may start to sound ungrammatical to future generations. After all, we used to say tis, not it's. So who knows, in a century or two, maybe they'dn't have will be perfectly unremarkable English. If you want more detail about this, there's a whole episode on my...
guys, there's just there's a call from my father. I have to answer. It's an amazing video. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. I'm done with the call. I'm just going to make it legitimate. Great video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Love you guys, and I'd appreciate any comments. This kind of stuff, I like. There are a lot of. I'm not extremely knowledgeable in anything, but like there are things that I'm less so, and I want to try and make those not my weak points. And grammar and stuff is part of it. So I want to get into that. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you next time. Bye.